we get to take a look at some of the trending stories in Zimbabwe and across the world with Trending with Curtly coming up next.
Top of the morning it is to you. Thank you so much for staying with us here on a Good Morning Zimbabwe. My name is Curtly Gwindi, Kurt by name and not by nature. Here to give you the week in review here on a Trending with Curtly, where we make sure that we keep you up to speed with all things that have been happening on a social media. You do know that earlier in the week we were talking about the $300,000 BMW i7 that is currently roving the streets of Harare, belonging to Prophet Makandiwa. Yes, he did go ahead and speak to his congregation earlier this week, saying that that car is particularly only expensive to those who can't afford it. Now, that's food for thought there, but give us your views, opinions, as well as comments with regards to that issue. And we do know as well that we were talking about the most trending name in Zimbabwe. Yes, we are talking about Jason Muvevi, who is the three-time serial killer who went ahead to just move around the Wedza area and also narrate how he moved around, how he maneuvered himself, and how he also managed to, escape Zimbabwe. We do know that he was then found in Maputo, and we do know that he crossed the border all the way to Mozambique. And it's rather interesting to know that Jason Muvevi actually lived a very soft life well before his incarceration, rather well before he became a victim, or rather a suspect of this particular crime that he has committed, which is killing 3 people, one of them which include a police officer. Yes, we are also talking about a trending story. We know that we just got that report in the arts. Dubanj is in the country and he's here set to also speak about the empowerment of Zimbabwe and growing Zimbabwe. We do know that he managed to go ahead to the State House to meet the president, and President Edi Mnangagwa was more than pleased to also know that he's also doing a collaboration with Rocky himself. So we are expecting a little bit of excitement around the music scene here in Zimbabwe. Also knowing that Dubanj has high inclination to the African continent as a whole. So that speaks to us growing Zimbabwe and also making sure that no one is left behind with regards to the African music scene. We also see the empowerment of some of our local artists. We do know that he was brought in by Passion Java, so we are quite excited. We were speaking yesterday to Passion Java, saying that he's all the way in America now, but at the same time he's giving his full support to Dubanj through his record label, which is Passion Java Records. This morning we also want to appreciate that all those going into the weekend, yes, here on Trending with Curtly, we always say please be safe out on those roads. Yes, we do know that it is a time right now where there are heavy rains and it is pouring outside, particularly here in Harare, in the Borodale area where the Pocket Hill Studios are located. But wherever you are, we do hope that you are trying your best to be safe out at the weekend. If it's going to be a little bit of a rave, make sure that it's controlled and it's responsible. And we always have the message of encouragement. Yes, we are also trying our best to empower those. We do know here our constituent on this segment are the young people, and we do know that we have a particular young man who we are hoping to have in studio very soon, who managed to score not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, but 10 A's at A level. Yes, and this young man has definitely defied the odds by scoring 50 points at A level, and we want to congratulate him. We also want to encourage those who do not do so well this morning to also just make sure that they persevere, keep going forward, and try their best next time. There is always a second chance, and most definitely there is no room for your failure if you are fully determined to pass. And yes, speaking about passing, we are very, very happy to be passing time. Moving on to the next segment. My name is Curtly Gwindi, Kurt by name and not by nature, and making sure that we bring you all the trending stories. That has been our week in review here on this segment. Please do catch me again on Monday at Trending with Curtly on all social media platforms, at Curtly Gwindi on my personal pages. And it's back to you, Jeff and Nicole.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for that, Curtly. But like you did say, the good prophet said that if something is expensive, it is expensive to you, and not to him.
He said he's never bought anything that's expensive ever in his life.
But it is fun facts. I think one of the international celebrities was saying that they've got the 10%. It's Akon who was saying it's the 10% rule that if you cannot afford something, don't buy it. So whatever you buy, make sure that you've got 90 or 9 times more the amount of money of that in your bank account, and that is what really shows that you can afford something. Can you afford a $300,000 car?
That's a topic for a discussion on another day.
Maybe you've got one, then I could borrow it. Maybe not.